quarterback Evan Simon, the Rutgers transfer, 6'3", 205, and 21 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Yeah, Simon's been really the man that's really kind of bought into Keeler the most, and been that leader that this team has needed, and that veteran presence that this team really has needed for the last couple of years. Obviously he's been a student of the game, and he's been a guy who's just dedicated his time to the film room. I know ESPN's mentioned it a couple times, but we learned about it even earlier than that in the season, that there were points during training camp and early on in the season where Simon actually had an air mattress, and he was living in Temple's football facility and sleeping in the closet because he was just staying in the film room. And he's felt that preparation really has contributed to his success this year. And, he went from being a guy who was a game manager last year, and we mentioned it, he was always a great leader. He was a good game manager. Was he going to be the guy that was going to be able to step up though and make plays in the crunch time and go out and win you football games? And he's really shown that this year. Already having thrown for 1,600 yards, you mentioned, he's protected the football, no interceptions, only one fumble on the year. And that's Temple's lone turnover this year. So just protecting the football and that discipline aspect that Coach Keeler has preached since coming to Temple from Sam Houston, Simon's really bought into that. And he's been that guy that's kind of been the forefront. After Temple's loss to Navy a couple weeks back, he was the guy that called the team meeting on Monday and said, look, this one hurt a lot. How are we going to right the ship and make sure that this doesn't carry over into the next couple games? And, the answer that he got out of his team when he did that was, we inflict the pain on our opponents. And that's kind of what Temple has done now the last couple of weeks, that they've bounced back from that heartbreaking loss to Navy. And they're now in that position where they only need one win in their final 4 games to get to that bowl eligibility.